So, today we are studying Class 6th Social Science Chapter 1 of the history that is what, where, how, and when. With the name of the chapter we know that it is about what happened, where happened, how it happened and when it happened. So, basically we know about the historic and ancient lifestyle of early human beings. So, let's start our chapter. Tell me, what can we know about the past? We can know about the musicians, artists, soldiers, rulers, farmers, herders, hunters, gatherers, tribes, children, animals and even grains and millets. We can know everything about them and their lifestyle. Okay, so where do people live? People lived near the bank of River Narmada. What was their occupation? They were very skilled hunters and gatherers. So, they were hunters and gatherers to start with, and then because of climate change they became farmers and herders. So, where did they started to farm tractor crops and rearing domestic cattle, beasts? They started all this in Suleiman and Kirtha hills, where they grew wheat and barley for the first time in the world about 8,000 years ago. Here is an illustration about the crops, wheat and barley, growing in the field for better understanding. You can see so many farmers growing wheat and barley, but there are no herders. Where are all the herders? Were there any herders? Absolutely there were herders, and here is an illustration of Suleiman and Kirtha hills where we can see so many herders rearing their animals. This is a man. This is a cow. This is a goat. This is a sheep. This is a buffalo. There are so many herders that are rearing their animals. You can see in the background the Suleiman and Kirtha hills. All herders are rearing their animals in different valleys. The early human beings grew only wheat and barley. Obviously no rice was also grown in Vindhyas and Garo hills. You can see in the illustration of Garo hills where rice is growing. People are working in their rice paddies. This is Vindhyas where same activity is happening. You can see so many people working on their rice paddies in Vindhyas. Rice was grown in Garo hills and Vindhyas, and people lived in small communities or villages. But when did civilizations and urban centers established? They established in the banks of Indus River, and the first civilization in the world, which was called Indus Valley Civilization, Harappan Civilization. These are some illustrations of it. You can see some carts, animals, beautiful architecture, designs and grasslands. Many sculptures were also found there. We will talk more about it in chapter 3. 2,500 years ago, an urban city named Maga established at banks of Ganga River. These are some illustrations of the Maga. We can see so many people, buildings, palaces, shops, boats, caravans, fishermen and fisherwomen, carts and many more things. Why do hunters and gatherers were always on a move? They were always on a move to find new places where they could get forest produce, water and all the available resources, because they cannot live at a same place for a lot of time, because they could have finished up all the available resources of that particular place, so they have to move a different place to get food and water. If you want part 2, then subscribe till 100 subscribers and view till 10,000 views. Have a nice and awesome day. Till then, by hand waving, by hand waving.